Hi everyone, and welcome to my Growing Green Thumbs Grow Along program. So today I wanted to do a little short video showing you some of the supplies that you guys would need for such a project. I want to thank all the schools out there that have decided to grow along with me. This is just awesome. I have 7 schools right now, just had another one come on aboard with us recently, so that's all great. And if there's more schools out there that would like to join us, I do still have lots of seeds that I can send to you guys. And also, if there's any individual out there that would like to participate, that's great. If you have your own seeds, that would be awesome if you want to join us. So the method we are going to be using is called a traditional method, where you sow your seeds and grow them in any type of container that you have available to you. Now, I do grow 3 different methods, and one is called soil blocking. This is what you would call a soil blocker. It is a 20 count, a 3/4 inch soil blocker. And you can buy these on Amazon for $24.99, I believe. And I will, down the road, be doing videos and teaching the general public how to grow using this method. This method has been a game changer for me. My success with this has been wonderful. So grow using the soil block method, the traditional method, which I'm going to show you shortly, the supplies, and also winter sowing, which I already have 2 videos out there. One is called Winter Sowing in Central Newfoundland, and that video gives you a list of supplies that you do need to participate in such a growing method. And then there's another one called Winter Sowing a Veggie Garden, and yes, you can grow certain seeds using this method. For our traditional method, the first thing you're going to need is some soil. I've been growing for many years. I find that Pro Mix, and I'll put a picture right here, is my favorite. It's all purpose, and it has nutrients already included into the soil, plus it does not have a lot of debris. If you are not using Pro Mix and you're wondering, is there a lot of debris? So you can also screen your soil to see how much debris there's in there. So you can use something like this or something like this. So whatever you have available to you. And that's how it is with all these projects. Use what you have available. Don't go out and be spending tons of money on stuff that just because I have it. You know what I mean? If you have something in your home that is similar, just use that. We got soil. Then we're going to need a container to put our soil in. And I use a scoop like this to scoop my soil into my container. Then you're going to need some water. Once you have your soil and your water, give it a good mix. So you don't want it to be soaking wet. You just want it to be so that it's, when you can form like a mud ball. And when you squeeze it, a little water comes out. Then you're going to need some containers. Now this is what I'm going to be using for this project, because I'm going to be doing some experimenting so that the children can see the difference from using heat mat, grow lights, and then I'm going to do samples where they're not going to use the heat mat, and we're going to put it in a window. So we're going to be sowing together 3 types of seeds. So one is going to be your sparkling mix marigolds, Tiny Tim tomatoes, and bell peppers. And the reason why I chose bell peppers and tomatoes is because they're self-pollinating, so they don't need to be outside. They got the female and the male parts to do the job. So with these containers, these are mushroom containers, and and you're going to be able to watch and see those roots develop, so I can be able to show the children how the roots are developing. So I'm going to do 2 sets. So I'm going to do 3 sets that I'm going to put on an eat mat, and then I will be using a T8 grow light. And the other set I'm going to just put on a shelf, no eat mat and no grow light. We're just going to put it in a window. Then we can compare as we grow. And also I'd like for you guys to be sending me pictures and messages how your project is doing, so then we can all do a comparison with all the schools. And I know everybody's going to be starting at different times, so that's okay. It doesn't matter, as long as you're growing and you're having fun and the kids are learning. That's just wonderful. So once your soil is in the large container, you're going to put it in a smaller container, and then comes the fun part of sowing these seeds. With the marigold seeds, they're bigger, easier seeds, and I'm going to show you guys a little trick as to how to plant those seeds. And here's another trick. So our tomato plants and our pepper plants, those seeds are a little smaller. So here's my favorite way of sowing seeds that are smaller. So I just use toothpicks, and I have this little container, and I put it in water. Then what I'll do is I have a container which holds my seeds. So I'm going to dip my toothpick in the water and just touch a seed, and it'll bring it right up onto my toothpick and easily put into my soil. So that'll be a fun part, probably my favorite part, planting seeds. So once those seeds are started, or we have them planted, with this, you want now to be watching for how often you have to water them. So I'm going to roughly say probably every couple days, but you can be able to tell. And as we're growing along together, I will show you exactly at what stage they do need to be watered. And you can use something like a water can, or you can use a spray bottle of different types. This one is my favorite. It's got a pump and it releases lots of water. Then once your seedlings have germinated, and I'll teach the kids all about that, what it means, we are going to have to be giving these seedlings, because once they sprout, they're then called seedlings. Once they have over 2 sets of true leaves, we're going to have to start feeding these seedlings. Most professional growers pick a slick day. So for me and a lot of growers, we say fertilize Fridays. At the beginning, I use what's called a root booster. Now, a container this size will last you for years and years and years. So you might know somebody that already got this product. Now you can buy it, I believe, like $9.99 at Canadian Tire or Walmart. So, like I said, those seedlings are going to need some food, and we're going to feed them once a week once they have more than 2 sets of true leaves. And then once those seedlings are no longer seedlings and are turned into plants, they're going to need some little bit more stronger fertilizer. Like this one here is a 5-15-5. Now you can get different types of liquid fertilizer. This one here is a all-purpose plant food. So this one is a 10-15-10, and that's what I use. But you can use whatever you like. Once now those seedlings grow into plants, and then as time evolves, and we're going to continue this on a weekly process, we're going to see fruit eventually develop. And I will tell you right now, your marigold seeds are going to be the first thing to germinate. Pepper seeds are going to probably be the last to germinate. I find with the germination rate on pepper plants, it varies, it's all over the board. So it could be 15 days and it could be 45 days. So don't give up on them. And the warmer it is in the room, the better they like it. Once those plants then develop and flowers mature, I'm also going to teach your students how to save those seeds. So then they will never ever have to purchase seeds again. I've been, like I said, growing for years and years. I find what's happening with the larger seed companies, they are putting less and less seeds in packages, and the price is just skyrocketing. So I want to educate people how to become better gardeners, and also how to save seeds so they can become more efficient. Thanks again for joining me on this project. I think is really going to be wonderful. And I was fortunate enough this weekend to meet one of the students that's going to be taking part in this program. And Jennifer is from the school New World Island in Somerford. So I gave Jennifer some great advice. I told her it's not all about the plants, it's all about your soil, which if I can help you guys get to know the importance of that, that would also be great. So guys, thank you for following along. I am so looking forward to this, and hopefully we'll have lots of fun together. Take care.